So sample problem number 1. So we have a rectangular steel block that is 3 inches long in the x direction, 2 inches long in the y direction, and 4 inches long in the z direction. The block is subjected to a triaxial loading of 3 uniformly distributed forces as follows. So we have 48 kips in tension in the x direction. We have a 60 kips compression in the y direction, and a load of 54 kips tension in the z direction. So if V, or the Poisson's ratio, is equal to 0.3 and the modulus of elasticity is 29 times 10 raised to 6 psi, determine the single uniformly distributed load in the x direction that would produce the same deformation in the y direction as the original loading. So gagawa dapat tayo ng drawing or figure para mas ma-analyze natin na maayos yung problem natin. So we have this figure. Inayos ko na yung drawing natin. So we have a rectangular block and meron siyang dimensions 2 inches sa y, 3 inches sa x, tapos 4 inches sa z. Tapos loaded siya as shown sa problem natin. So nilagay ko din dyan yung given na Poisson's ratio and modulus of elasticity. So ang hinahanap sa atin, determine the single uniformly distributed load in the x direction that would produce the same deformation in the y direction as the original loading. So ang gagawin natin, kukunin natin yung deformation along the y direction dito sa ating original loading. So we will look for the strain in y that is given by our triaxial deformation formula na formulate natin kanina. So hahanapin natin yung strain along the y direction dito sa original loading natin. And then hahanapin natin yung single loading in the x direction that will cause the same elongation with the original loading. So given yung strain natin sa y, hahanapin natin si single loading P along the x direction. Okay? So ang gagawin natin, analyze muna natin yung original loadings natin. Hahanapin natin si strain along y direction. And then gagamitin natin yung same strain na yon para mahanap si loading natin sa x direction. So let us analyze. So nilagay ko na din dyan yung given. So we have yung loads XYZ, that is 48 kips, that is in tension. We have 60 kips, that is in compression. We have 54 kips, that is in tension. Okay? Tapos Poisson's ratio, modulus of elasticity. So first, hahanapin natin yung deformation along y direction. So we have the formula, the strain along y direction is equal to, ganito isulat yung formula natin for strain. So pag hinahanap natin ay yung strain along y direction, gagawin lang natin, strain along y is equal to 1 over E. Tapos yung unang stress natin dapat yung along yung y direction din. And then, ima-minus natin yung Poisson's ratio times yung stresses dun sa perpendicular sides niya, which is x and z. So ito na yung equation na nakuha natin, yung na-formulate natin kanina. Okay? So ang kailangan nating input dyan, yung modulus of elasticity, Poisson's ratio at mga stresses, pero sa ating given, wala pa tayong stresses. So hahanapin muna natin yung stresses along y, along x, and along z. So mahanap natin yan using the general equation natin na P over A. So hanapin muna natin yung stresses. So find the stress along x-axis. So we have P sub x over yung cross-sectional area na bumubuhat dun sa ating load P. So yung bumubuhat dun sa ating load P sub x, makikita natin dito. So we have 48 kips na P sub x, isulat na natin. And then over yung cross-sectional area na bumubuhat kay 48 kips ay si 2 inches tsaka si 4 inches. So itong cross-sectional area na kabuuan na ito. So yan yung bumubuhat kay 48 kips, kaya yun yung cross-sectional area na ilalagay ko dito. 2 inches times 4 inches. Calculating, we will get the answer 6 kips per square inch. At dahil tension yung loading natin sa x, tension din yung stress. Okay? And then hanapin naman natin yung stress along y. So we have P sub y over yung cross-sectional area na bumubuhat kay load P sub y. So we will get yung load sa ating y direction na 60 kips over yung cross-sectional area na bumubuhat kay 60 kips. So yung cross-sectional area na yun ay yung itong area na ito. Yan. And that is equal to 4 inches times 3 inches. So yan yung ilalagay natin sa ating cross-sectional area. Makukuha natin yung stress along y direction na 5 kips per square inch. And that is in compression kasi yung load natin along y direction is compression din. In the same way, para hanapin yung stress along z direction, P sub z over cross-sectional area na A, that is equal to yung value ng P sub z na 54 kips all over yung cross-sectional area na bumubuhat kay 54 kips na itong area na ito. Okay? And that is equal to 3 inches times 2 inches. Okay. And then, pinutin natin sa calculators natin, makukuha natin yung value ng stress na 9 kips per square inch. At dahil tension yung loading natin, yung stress na to ay in tension. Okay? So, nilalagay natin kung tension or compression kasi importante yung sign convention natin pag ipapasok na natin siya sa ating equation for strain later on. Okay? So, meron na tayong stress. Pwede na natin isolve yung strain along y direction. So, let us solve for the strain along y direction. Na-summarize ko na din yung mga stresses natin dito. So, we have stress along x na 6 kips per square inch. That is in tension, etc., etc. Okay? So, solve na natin yung strain. So, the strain is given by 1 over E times the stress along y direction minus yung Poisson's ratio times stress along x plus stress along z. Okay? So, substituting, we have 1 over yung modulus of elasticity na 29 times 10 raised to 6 psi. And then, yung stress along y direction na negative 5. So, dahil compression, kaya siya naging negative. Okay? And then, dahil kips per square inch yung unit ng ating stress, tapos yung unit ng modulus of elasticity natin ay PSI, dapat i-convert natin yung isa sa kanila into the same unit. So sa kaso na ito, ang gusto kong gawin, i-convert ko si kips per square inch into pounds per square inch. Kaya magmumultiply ako ng 1,000 para maging PSI na lang siya. Nasundan? And then next, minus yung Poisson's ratio times yung stress along x na 6. Positive siya dapat kasi tension. And then plus 9. Again, positive ulit kasi tension siya. And again, kips per square inch ang unit ni 6 plus 9. So gagawin ko siyang PSI dapat. So maglalagay lang ako ng multiplication or conversion factor na 1,000. And that is in PSI na. Okay? May consistency na tayo ng units. So we will get yung value for strain na negative 3.2759 times 10 raised to negative 4. And that is just equal to 0.00033. Okay. So meron na tayong strain. Ang hinahanap sa problem natin, i-determine natin yung single loading along x that will result to a strain of 0.00033. And by the way, contraction pala yung load na ito kasi nga negative siya. So pag negative, ibig sabihin lumiliit yung yung edge natin along y direction. So isolve na natin si single load P. So let us find the equivalent single force in the x direction, itong load P na ito, that will result in a strain along the y direction of negative 3.2759 times 10 raised to negative 4. So para gawin yon, meron tayong equation for our Poisson's ratio na Poisson's ratio is equal to negative yung strain along y over strain along x. So paano ko i-determine kung nasa taas ba si x or nasa baba ba si y? So madedetermine natin yon kung titignan natin itong orientation ng load natin. Yung load natin ay along x direction, kaya dapat yung strain along x ay nasa baba. Okay? So kung yung load P natin nasa y direction, dapat si strain sub y nasa baba siya. So sa kaso na ito, along x direction si P, kaya yung strain along x ay nasa baba. Okay? General rule yon. So hanap tayo ng equation for the strain in x. So we have the formula for strain at x direction na negative strain sub y over yung Poisson's ratio. And then, meron tayong formula for our strain that is equal to stress over modulus of elasticity. So, na-discuss na natin yan kanina. And then, we have another equation for stress na P over A. So, itong stress sub x na ito ay itong stress na nag-act dito sa ating P. So yung PX na nakalagay dyan, ito yung P na ito. And yung cross-sectional area na bumubuhat kay P ay itong 2 by 4. Itong area na ito, di ba? So, ang ilalagay natin na value for area is 2 times 4. Kaya nandito sa ating screen, we have P sub X is equal to 2 times 4. And then simplify lang natin, we have the stress along X direction is equal to P sub X over 8. And take note, dahil 2 inches, 4 inches to, itong 8 na to ay inches squared. So, hindi ko muna siya ilalagay for the convenience ng pagsulat ng ating mga formulas. Okay ba yon? But take note na itong 8 ay inches squared. Okay? So, meron tayong equation for stress sub X. Ilagay na natin siya dito sa ating equation for strain. So, makukuha natin yung equation na strain is equal to P sub X over 8 times yung modulus of elasticity. Simple algebra, assignment nyo na lang siya. So, meron na tayong bagong equation for strain sub X. Ilagay na natin siya dito sa ating equation. So, we will have this equation, P sub X over 8E is equal to negative strain along Y direction over the Poisson's ratio. Okay. Ang hinahanap sa atin ay equivalent single force. Yung hinahanap natin ay P. Meron tayong P sub X dito. So, yung 8E, ilalagay natin dito sa taas para makakuha tayo ng equation for P sub X na 8, negative 8E strain along Y direction over the Poisson's ratio. So, meron na tayo lahat ng values. We have strain, we have modulus of elasticity, we have the Poisson's ratio of 0.3. We can now substitute the values. So, we have negative 8 times yung modulus of elasticity na 29 times 10 raised to 6 PSI. Okay? And then yung value for strain natin na negative 3.2759 times 10 raised to negative 4. All over yung value for Poisson's ratio na 0.3. Okay. Ngayon, tignan natin itong 8 times yung modulus of elasticity na 29 times 10 raised to 6 PSI. So, PSI, so pounds per square inch. Again, yung 8 na ito, which is itong value na ito, yan ay inches squared, di ba? So, therefore, inches squared itong 8 na ito. Ito ay PSI, so magka-cancel yung inch squared. Ang value natin for our answer will be pounds. Okay? So, we have the force P sub X is equal to 253,336.2667 pounds. Convert natin sa kips, we have our equivalent single force in the X direction na 253.34 kips. Okay? So that is how we solve sample problem number 1.